started in junior high school because we had to paint. We had to take classes in art. And it was a time when they were picking out students for art major, which was something very new in Baltimore. And I was picked to do this, unhappily for me. I didn't paint any more than I had to, but I did also attend some classes at Maryland Institute and went to the Baltimore Museum of Art sometimes for drawing when they had classes there. This was home floor. I don't know if you know, it's such a busy town, big, tall buildings. I mean, like row houses we have in Baltimore, but these were stacked higher than that. And I think there were like 12 floors to them with no elevators. And it's quite a picturesque town. But at the head of the basin, there was this beautiful building and these boats anchored there. And I don't know what the building was for, but I took photographs of it and drew the painting from that. Yes, the gentleman whose home we visited, his mother actually lived there and had a little cottage right near the beach. And his wife and several other people were at home making a meal, and my husband and I and Michelle went up to the beach and walked along the cliffs. And it was just so beautiful, big setting sun and a beautiful, beautiful red glow over everything. I like the great dominance of this building, looking down over this village, you know, and there was like a little promenade across there where the people were, because they were people docking boats there and so forth. I don't know how many natives there were in there, if any, but it just gave a great feeling. This thing was overwhelming. And, you know, you just could conjure up all kinds of things. I didn't know whether it was a monastery or it turned out it's a fort mostly. Yeah. Well, I painted her picture probably 50 times because she loved sitting for me. She didn't mind it at all. And she was with me a lot. You know, we had her with us a lot. Lisa and Jim were so nice, generous in letting her stay with us a good bit. So she was a good part of our life. And the way we lived, you know, there were so many circumstances in which she had interesting clothes on or something. I have zillions of pictures of her. So it was a joy to work with her because she really liked sitting for a picture. And, you know, a lot of children would say, I have to smile when I see her pictures, yes. I'm happy for the time we had with her. And for the rest of it, it's very sad, of course, but you go on. And she stayed with us so much in the summer because my husband, his greatest joy was having the kids, all the grandchildren, his own children, they all had to go to SSA, Severna Sailing Association, to learn how to sail. And we had her to do that too. And so she was with us because he drove her to Annapolis, waited while she did her lessons, and then brought her back every day. So she was here for the whole season of that. And she loved it. She had the most gorgeous hair. You know, I have these strings that hang down here and here. With her, these were like these red, golden red curls everywhere. Oh, I don't know how anybody got so lucky to have such hair as she had. It was gorgeous. She was a beautiful girl. And very, very sweet when she was young like that. She was always dear. This is Emily, Dixie's first grandchild, and when I met her, she was 2 years old, and she was a very sweet little girl. she danced at our wedding. She was just stole the show, but she's always been a very nice little girl. She's now 28, and she just got married about a year ago, and she's very happy. She always looks happy. And she made a very good subject for painting because of her coloring, her blue eyes and the blonde hair, and she was very pretty and very sweet. This is Emily's sister, and I guess there were 3 or 4 years between them, 3 perhaps. Anyway, when she was born, we were away and we traveled a lot, and I missed a lot of her early years. And so I didn't take many pictures of her when she was very young. Anyway, but she was a delight. She was a very sweet little girl, and I did enjoy having her here. Grandchildren always visited here. Okay, this is Callie, my 3rd grandchild. It's hard to keep track of them because anyway, she was a doll, and she dressed herself every morning out of sight of everyone. So it was a game with us to sit there and wonder what she's going to come upstairs with. And you can bet on it, she always had a hat on. She was dressed like a little lady, and she had some kind of beads around her neck, a lovely little dress, and white mesh hose. Pantyhose, yet. And these black patent shoes. Well, I'll tell you, she was a picture. And she was just so cute. Yeah. And she graduated from Brown recently with full honors, and she is engaged to be married to another graduate from there. They're both now in Chicago at school. Yeah, Ben was the last of the children of the 5 grandchildren I have, and the only boy in the crowd. So, as you might imagine, he was pretty well received and welcomed. And we went to see him. They were all living in Alaska, you know, all those grandchildren, Jenna, Callie, and Ben all lived in Alaska. And for 15 years, the family lived there. So, you know, the girls were pretty far along. But we saw them often because we went there quite often, and they came home several times. Anyway, Ben was beautiful. He did finish, he graduated from Severna Park High School recently. He's a very handsome boy and very, very nice. The teachers, the principal, everybody commented on what a fine young man he is. Our Jenna was the first grandchild in the Crafton side of the black and white drawing. I just did that a few days ago, I think. She was sitting here. And in my old age now, I've gone back to doing sketches and doing black pencil drawings of the children, which I really enjoy doing. And Jenna was a very willing model. She sat very nicely for it. And she's always been a very, very easygoing, happy child. She's now 27 or 28. She's still the same way, very, very happy and never complaining about things. She makes friends easily. To us. Sunset reflection from the sunset down there. It's really very lovely at times. But the sunrise is the thing that is so beautiful sometimes. And when my son brings the paper to us, and when it's a really pretty one now, he taps on the door, so I get up and look at it myself. So he usually has first look. And when I lived here alone, I was alone here for 2.5 years. Anyway, I would get up early in the morning and go down and sit out there or go down to the water. That's just a picture of Tom's boat, and when they had just come back a couple, maybe 2 years before that, and I always wanted to get a picture of the boat, but it is so beautiful.